Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. I'm really pleased to be able to bring you this new little product which we are popping in our Etsy shop today, and links for everything will be in the description box below. This is Felter's Wax, and it's a wax blend that we have been developing specifically for waxing claws, beaks, whatever on your little creatures. Obviously, it's not just specifically for felting, there are other applications, but obviously, as all of you know, I am a felter. So what you're going to get are these lovely little blocks of the wax blend. They are around 20 grams in one block. We do sell them individually, or you can buy a multi-pack which has one of each of the colours in. Currently they are available in black, flesh tint and natural. So how can you use them? Some of you may have seen my other video on making rat feet. This can be used for that. In fact, this wax now is specifically all I use. It's a lot more flexible. So when you are using beeswax, if some of you have experience of that, you find that when you bend, the wax can crack. This is a lot more supple, so you will find that there's less cracking, and it's slightly harder in terms of its durability, so you will find that it will do you a lot better than just plain beeswax. Of course, you can still just use plain beeswax to do any of the things that I do. The first way that you can use this wax is to just prep a wire. Wire wrapping can be difficult because the wool will slip around a surface like this. However, if you take a block or a chunk of this wax, simply hold it down and run the wire through the block. It leaves obviously some residual wax on the wire, and it just gets a little sort of sticky surface. Let me do this again. So hold it, let me get some focus on this little camera here, and just pull it through, and then you have a nice little sticky surface on your wire, which will mean, I'll just grab a bit of wool. You can take some fluff and it will grab. I mean, I'm not wrapping very tightly, but it's sort of grabbing onto the wire without me having to do too much. Not much effort on my part at all. And that means also that you can wrap quite thinly. And that's a loose wrap that I've done just there. So that's one way that you can use it. Obviously, you can melt it, and this is where it really does start coming into its own. I've got 3 little white bits of fluff on these wires here. This one I've already pre-done, as I've only got 2 melters. So this was the natural over a white core wool. Sorry, white, I said white, it was clear. That's the clear, the natural one. This does melt clear. And I'm going to show you what happens when you use the black and the flesh tint. I'm going to put some over a white so you can see how they all look together, and then I'm going to show you over some colours. And I know some of you may have spotted the glitter over here, and that's something that we had some fun with yesterday, so I'm also going to show you what we did with that. So first off, we're going to do the black. So this is again the same white core wool, and what I like about this is, I'm just going to dip a little bit and just work it in. as you can see, it creates a charcoal grey kind of a colour, which I think looks quite natural. Yeah, it's not solid black. It looks very good for claws and beaks, because you've got that nice kind of coloured effect in there over the white wool. Obviously, it will look different over different types of wools. So that's the black over white, and I'm going to show you the black over black. So again, a little dip, give it a second or two, and then start working it in. The wax will stick to your hand, but you don't need to worry about the dye. That does stay put. Okay, so there is black over black. And that creates quite a nice solid black colour. And if I put these side by side, I will try to get some close-up images, but you can see the difference. So that's black over white and black over black. So now we're going to do the pink. I possibly should have started with the pink as it's lighter, but there we go. So again, over the white, I'm going to dip it in the pink, and this pink does look very bright. It's not. I'm going to use my clean hand to wrap this so I don't taint it with the black that's on my other fingers. And when you put this just over white, you get this very soft pink colour. Very, very light. It's a tint more than a colour. There. Of course, you can also put it over pink, and this is a pink blend, so I'm just going to dip that. And wrap. And again, you can play around and create some very interesting colours. There we go. And when it's over pink, you can see the two different colours. You've got a very, very light baby pink almost, I guess. Very nice for little mice noses, little claws maybe, and then over an actual pink it's a little darker. So that's the pink. And there are three. I'll give you a little close up. So all three of the colours over plain white core wool. The natural obviously will be your most versatile colour, and I'm getting it all mixed up there. There we go. It does, as I said before, it does melt a lot clearer. It's a lot more translucent. You can obviously use any of these over any colour, and you can also, if you want to, create your own custom colour. You can use the natural, melt it down and add your own dye. Obviously different dyes act differently. We do recommend that you use candle wax dye, so you use beeswax dye. That way, you know, you're not going to end up covered in some kind of food colouring that will never come off. And I have done that. So a word from the already experienced in using food colouring to try and dye things. Sometimes it works amazingly, and then other times you end up with a red hand for 4 weeks. Anyway, to dye it yourself, like I said, we recommend that you do use beeswax dyes, and I will see if I can find some and pop links in the description below. Finally, we're going to move on to the glitter, and if any of you could see my face at the moment, those of you that know will know that I'm absolutely horrified at using glitter, because I once sneezed over a pot of it and was washing it out of my hair for about 6 weeks. So I'm going to be very careful and try not to sneeze. I'm going to go with this amazing kind of bronze colour. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some black on this, what would be a claw. And whilst it's still quite warm, I'm just going to touch it into the glitter and then roll it some more. And you can end up with some very interesting, sparkly claws, beaks, or whatever. I'm just gonna, oh goodness, dip it a bit more. And you can obviously make this as sparkly as you want. There we go. So a claw for a very sparkly creature of some kind. And I'm going to put the lid back on this very quickly. I've done another one, which is this gorgeous kind of purple glitter over black. I don't know if you can see it, but it really does look very, very nice. Very deep purple. The glitters that I've used here are Cosmic Shimmer. This one is GP037. And the one that I just used was GP009. And these are just very fine glitters. And again, you can play with putting mediums over the top of your waxes for different effects. So that's the waxes. As I said, currently they come in black, flesh tint and natural. Versatile use. We do have a little special offer on a multi-pack, or as I said before, you can buy them individually. I hope you will find this of use and that you'll have a lot of fun, especially with glittery things. Do send me pictures of the things that you make. I'd be delighted to see them, and I wish you all a very crafty day.